guys, hope you're well. It kind of feels like a little while since we've had one of these chatty type vlogs. I've just been uploading all the New York vlogs, so that's kind of taken a back seat for a little bit. So while I had an idea in my head, I thought I'd just, set up the camera and just ramble as I usually do. I will warn you, my parents are compiling the shopping list downstairs, so you might hear my dad shouting pilchards or baked beans. They're not northern, but you might hear some shouting of that nature, so just ignore it. So today's video was inspired by my YouTube friend Leila, who posted a video recently celebrating her YouTube anniversary, but within it she's talking about some of the things she notices about YouTube. And one of them was the fact that she'd noticed that YouTubers are often saying sorry. For instance, we say, oh, sorry if the light goes in and out and I'm suddenly in darkness, or sorry if this video is boring, or sorry if I don't look great today, or sorry I haven't done my hair, or whatever. She was saying kind of how ridiculous it is that we keep apologising for these things that shouldn't really matter at all. And then as she was saying it, I realised I'm one of those YouTubers. I feel like I'm constantly apologising for myself or my content or my mood or what I'm putting out there on my videos. And it really got me to thinking, like, why I do it, but also why YouTubers are doing it. So that's what I wanted to kind of delve into a bit more today. I can't quite remember because my brain is made out of mashed potato, but I think she was saying something like how ridiculous it is that we are apologising for our content, which we are giving people for free. Like, nothing and no one is making you click on these videos, nothing is making you stay on the video. So if you don't like the look of it, if you don't like the content, if you don't like the person on the video, you don't need to press the down button, you don't need to say anything, you could just leave and just not watch anymore. I mean, like, why are we apologising for content that we're giving out for free, that we're not making anyone consume if they don't want to? It's madness when you think about it like that. I can understand to a certain point if you've created a channel that is funded by subscribers or something like that, then you're expected to deliver a certain degree of something, whatever your channel promises or kind of has as their unique selling point or whatever their brand is. Because if you go to a restaurant, for instance, and you go for quality, I don't know, they do the best pie or something, and then the pie you get is crap, then you would obviously complain and say, I want some money back, or I want an apology or something. So I guess to an extent I can get that, but for people generally that are just making content, they're putting all their energy, their time into it. I guess I understand it more if your content, for instance, is there to be this polished, really well produced footage, really well edited, sleek and all that, and then maybe you put together something that's a bit shoddy, you'd kind of maybe you might feel like you want to apologise that it's not up to your normal level. But for YouTube channels that are just amateurs, that have cameras, they just set them up on tripods and they just try their best. And for those that are just merely on YouTube to talk about issues or show their personality or just relate to people or talk about what they're passionate about, then I don't know why we are apologising if maybe the edit's not that good, or if the lighting's bad, or if the sound isn't ideal. A lot of us are just making the most of what we got, and surely we shouldn't be like apologising for what we're putting out, because at least we're putting something out, we're putting in the effort, and we're being proactive and all that sort of stuff. My brain feels like it's turned into treacle now, and I can't think where I'm going with this. Aha, yes, if you're a subscriber of my channel, you'll know that I'm often saying sorry because I get a bit teary, I get a bit miserable. Some of my videos are pretty, well, probably a bit hard going and a bit like, I don't know, maybe a bit too deep sometimes, a bit too gritty maybe. And I apologise for that, but maybe I shouldn't, because that's the sort of channel I want to have and that's what I want to put out. And if you don't like that sort of thing, I guess you wouldn't be following me and you wouldn't continue to watch my videos, and that's fine. I apologise for how I look without makeup sometimes as well, which because I think it's scary, but I shouldn't, because, you know, just human, aren't I? I even felt like I needed to apologise for my New York stuff, because I wasn't able to spend money in New York like other YouTubers do, and do like a really impressive Sephora haul, and I didn't feel like I had time and didn't want to pressure people to help me into creating like really cool lookbooks and stuff while I'm on holiday. I felt like I needed to apologise for that, which is ridiculous. Like, I've spent savings on a holiday. Of course I should enjoy it and not be worrying about stuff like that, and of course I shouldn't be ruining other people's holidays by making them help me film like lookbooks and things all holiday. I mean, I don't know why I said sorry about that. But yeah, like I said, I've realised that I've always been someone that says sorry whether I should or not. And when I was thinking about this, I wondered why I was that sort of person. I've always been kind of a people pleaser by nature. I don't like letting people down, and I don't like thinking that people might think bad of me. And so often I'm doing things I don't want to do just to keep people happy, or saying things I don't want to say just to keep people happy. I hate confrontation. That's a big thing. I was looking back on, or thinking back on, lots of relationships, friendships, and like past boyfriends and stuff, and I realised quite a few of them were much more forceful and kind of aggressive and forthright with their opinion, let's just say. And I think I'd often use the word sorry if there was a disagreement or a debate or argument or whatever, just to wrap things up, because they were the sort of stubborn people that even if they were completely in the wrong, even if they'd done something awful or said something awful or were just plain and simple wrong, I would just say, okay, I'm sorry, just because I couldn't be bothered with continuing the argument, the fight, the debate we're having, because I find it really draining to argue. I hate it. It makes me feel ugh. Like, even if I've had an argument, like, I've not had many arguments in my life or fallouts with people, but the ones I have had, like, it haunts me. Like, it leaves a horrible taste in my mouth for years, and I don't really get over that. And I think quite often I've let people just get away with things that they've done wrong by saying, don't worry, it's my fault, I'm sorry, which is ridiculous. And this is probably why I am considered a bit of a doormat these days. That's another video coming soon, why I'm a massive furry doormat. So I figured that maybe many of us say sorry, one, if we hate confrontation, we just want to nip things in the bud quickly and just, you know, get back to a level of being kind of peaceful and serene and happier with that person. I think some of us maybe are a little bit down on ourselves and just presume that we're always in the wrong and it's always our fault if something bad happens or if an argument occurs. We've got such low self-esteem that, you know, we presume that it must have stemmed from something we did, or maybe we did something wrong and that's why the argument occurred, or that's why the disagreement occurred. I had another point, but it's completely gone. But the problem is if you become someone that says sorry all the time. Like, I'm the person that, if someone stamps on my feet, for instance, I'll say sorry. If someone barges me out the way, just an instinct, like an impulse, I'll go, oh, sorry, like that, even though it clearly wasn't my fault. And I think because I say sorry so much, even when it's not my fault, I think the word, I don't know whether the word loses meaning, but I think it kind of gives the impression of that I'm maybe slightly weak, a bit of a weakling, and that people can trample on me, and that, you know, I'll take the hit, so to speak. But on the upside, I think I think sorry is a very useful word and a great word for mending bridges. Is that the expression? Mending bridges? Broken bridges? Mending broken bridges. That's hard to say. And I think it's great if you're someone that can admit when you've made mistakes, if you've done something wrong, or there's something that you think, oh, yeah, okay, that was my fault. think it's great if you can admit to that, you know, be an adult and say, yeah, I did that wrong, I'm going to change this, or I apologise, etc. I think we've got to be careful. We use it when we genuinely mean it. I'm really trying to get a bit better at that, but it's just, the problem with it is if you've been a certain way for so long, like you've been that apologetic person that was like, I'm sorry, then when you suddenly get a bit more robust, when you get a bit more strong and you actually want to go, no, it wasn't my fault, you did something wrong there. Suddenly people go, what's happened to you? You used to be so nice. Why are you a bitch now? Or why are you a diva now? Or why are you being awkward now? And that's horrible. I would hate people to think I've changed in a negative way, but being stronger and actually standing up for yourself shouldn't be deemed an unattractive trait. But I think it's the whole comparison to what you were before, someone that's easy to be trampled on, to becoming someone that is just, you know, making sure they only say sorry when it's appropriate. I think that's what gets people's backs up and, you know, shocks them a little bit. Is it too late now to say sorry, as Justin sings? Sometimes you look back on something that's happened, and because experience since and hindsight and stuff, you realise that actually you were in the wrong there, or maybe you could have handled things better, or whatever. And I think sometimes it is really nice to go back and say sorry, even if the moment's passed. You've got to kind of work out whether it's worth bringing it up and whether that's going to stir things up again. But I think unfinished business really puts a stress on you. Sometimes you don't even realise it, but those things that you leave unsaid that should be said, I think sometimes when you go back and you do say sorry to those people that you think deserve a sorry, I think it makes you feel a whole lot better. It's horrible to have regrets and things, you know, on your shoulders, and just kind of relieving that stress by just saying a simple word, sorry, or I was wrong, it really can do wonders. You can tell I spend a lot of time on my own, because as soon as this camera's on, I go on and on and on. But I'm not sorry about that. I was nearly going to say sorry. So essentially what I'm saying is, I think sorry is such a valuable and important and useful word to use. But I think people and us YouTubers, we need to think, every time we use the word sorry, should I really be saying sorry? Do these people need to hear it? Do they deserve to hear it? Do I really need to apologise for these things? Another comment Leila made was like, for her channel, for instance, people go to watch her channel. It's clearly because she's got an amazing personality. She's so nice to watch. She seems so lovely. So if, you know, the edit's bad or the lighting's bad, it doesn't matter, because that personality, that energy that you're visiting the channel for is still there. And I really hope that goes for me, that people come to my channel not because they like the look of my videos, because I've got used a nice lens or I've got some nice lighting, whatever. I hope they come because they relate to what I'm saying, or perhaps feel that they relate to me in some way, or like listening to me ramble on and on. I don't know, I prefer that to them going, really love how you edit videos. But each and every person is different, but that's, for me, I guess, would mean more to me. So yeah, from now on, I'm going to try and not apologise for the things I put on YouTube, and I'm also going to try not to say sorry in my normal life unless I really think that I should be saying sorry because I've mucked up, which I do regularly. So I think I just want you guys to consider how you use the word sorry. If you're not using it enough, you know, up the levels a bit. If you think you're using it a little bit too much, wind it down a few notches. So yeah, let me know what you think about the subject of saying sorry, and, you know, the subject of YouTubers saying sorry all the time for this free content they're putting out. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and as always, please let me know if there's any videos you'd like me to make, and I'll really try and deliver for you. Thanks for watching, and lots of love. See you soon. I won't see you soon. Well, I'll see you through the camera lens.